Just getting myself ready this morning for stage 5 of the TugaZ tour. Had to take a day off the bike yesterday for personal reasons, so missed out on stage 4. But I'm back on it today. This is the Syco-list. Let's get on with it. So here we are, just leaving the race pens and joining the course straight away. Obviously it's a mixed race, so you can see that other riders have joined from other pens. So it's a mixed category race. All riders in this one is all together. And as we've come out of the race pens, we're straight into the first climb, which I knew it would be quite rapid because obviously the mixed groups, but also into this climb as well, which wasn't ideal for me. Would have liked to have settled in a bit better, but just tried to stay with the pace of this as long as I could. Hold the wheels for as long as I could, and then hopefully the race would settle down and the categories within the race would divide up naturally. As you can see, sort of 2.5 minutes into this race, 377 watts average power, just trying to hold this. I've had a look on the screen in the top right and I've seen there's a few green dots around me, and I'm using source as well on another monitor in the pain cave. And I know that the sort of people around me at the moment are category B, the old category B riders. So I was with a group of people that I knew were my own ability in Zwift terms in category rating. So I've just sat in here and stayed with them. This course, a bit of a different one, the country to coastal course. We started off there and head out towards the coast. We do a drop down onto the beachfront, climb out the other side, and then come back on ourselves back to where we went through that banner earlier. So yeah, just trying to stay with the wheels, stay with this group, and do what I can. Like I said, there's riders around me that I know that are in my category, so we're competing for the same result really. Having missed stage 4 yesterday of this TugaZ tour, I've managed to jump back on stage 5 today, and hopefully it won't affect my GC standing too much because I'm allowed to miss one stage as long as I do both the individual time trials. So I only planned to miss the one yesterday, should hopefully complete the rest of them now until the weekend, Sunday being the last one. So just push this on a little bit and join you in a little while when we get some movement on this group. So this group seems to be working really well. We're sort of taking it in turns on the front, pulling through. It's about 10 of us in total, I think, all working together as we make our way out towards the coastline. So yeah, my power figures coming up to 15 minutes in, 275 watts average, a bit lower than what I normally am at this stage in a race, but as we're sort of content that this group's sort of staying together and not really going anywhere, I'm not pushing on the pedals to try and get away. There's nothing at the moment to bridge to or to close. Like here, anything that moves off the front, I'm just closing it down, moving across to it so it doesn't get away. knowing here that we're going to have a nice descent down towards the coast, because this was part of the route that we did the other week for WTRL. So know this little bit of the circuit quite well, and know the climb the other side as well. So fingers crossed we can do well on that and stick with this group and chase down anything that moves in front of us. As you can see, our group's been working really well, and we've been chasing down a group in front of us. So we're just gradually getting across to it now. The final effort, the final dig to get in, and then just sitting in this group. Obviously, it's quite a good pack that we've got across to. It looks like mixed riders in it as well. We've got red and green dots all mixed in, so A's and B's all mixed together here. So it's good to get across to this group. Just means we might get a bit more draft and rest in the wheels before we head out to the climb. So happy that we got across this group. Probably won't stay with this group for much longer once we hit the climb. I'll probably go backwards at that point, but happy that we've bridged across to it. Happy that we're in a bigger group now than what we were, and maybe the final push up the hill could get us a good position in this one. So we'll wait and see. Legs are feeling good, having had the day off the bike yesterday. Just putting out a little bit more power now just to stay with this group. Not wanting to get dropped at this point because I know what's coming in a little while. So stay with this group, push through. When we get to the main climb, which is coming up shortly, just try and hold as many wheels as I can as we got through there. So just hit the base of this climb, back on the power, just trying to stay within this group. Come into this at around about 40th place. So as you can see, the people in front of me just pulling away, putting out 5 watts per kilo, 6 watts per kilo ahead of me. My 4 watts per kilo at over 300 watts isn't quite sort of sticking with that. So just got to settle into my own race here now, and see who's around me. This rider just passed me here is my category as well, so just trying to sit on him, not let him get too far away. The gap behind me is 6-7 seconds to riders behind me, so just going to try and put a dig in now to get across to those riders in front, just so that when I get to the top of this I'm not on my own. Because as in the WTRL, I eased off at the top of this one and didn't attack this descent after the Shisa Sprint, which is about to come up. So my plan here is to stay on the pedals, stay with these two, and then try and attack on the descent to see if I can gain any ground on the people ahead of us. A couple of people down the road, 4 seconds, 10 seconds ahead of us. So there's people to try and battle across to get to because they're in our category. But on this descent, it's just sitting for a little while, get my breath back, and as you can see, attack just to try and get the speed up, get some aero tucks in, and there close that 4-second gap down straight away to that other rider. And the others have responded as well, so I've made the attack and the others have responded as well by pushing on as well. So it's just increased our pace, just pushed us on a little bit here, made that gap behind us now 8-9 seconds. So continue to push on, hopefully get through to the bottom of this, and if we can pick off any other riders, that'd be great. So those riders behind have worked well on the descent as well, and they've bridged across to us here. So again, nice sized group, 8-9 of us here. Hopefully we'd still work together and keep on the pedals and keep rolling through so everyone continues to work. The last thing I want to do is ease off now. We've got just under 6 miles to go in this one. The gap ahead of us is 40 odd seconds, but this is the main group of people that are in my race category in the stage that I'm doing. So just need to stay with these and hopefully see what I can finish. Potentially sort of top 40 in the main results, but that should give me a top 10 maybe in my category. So I think there was 28 riders in my category today, but obviously in mixed pens gives you 161 riders across all categories. So a few just gone off the front there. I wasn't going to do the chasing this time. I let somebody else go, and then I've just tried to peel across as well. And as you can see, we actually worked quite well here to bring this gap back and get across to them. I'm not sure if they're trying to either attack to see if we respond or attack to see if they can get away, but it doesn't look like it's getting away. They're about 4 seconds away, coming into a climb as well, so we should bring those riders back in shortly as we push on with 4 miles to go. So just coming through these rolling section here as we move back out towards the countryside, crossing over these bridges and just getting through these last few climbs. Groups staying well together. People are trying to make short attempts to get away and trying to close them down. I've done quite an effort on the front, so I'm just sat at the back a little bit, just trying to get some recovery in, because I know the finish on this is going to be uphill as well. So not wanting to attack really and get off the front at the moment. Probably going to look for the last sort of half a mile or so to see what happens. There again, I've had to chase down and get to cross and bridge that gap if someone was trying to get away. I've stayed on the pedals this time and not eased off, so the rest of the group have sped up to catch us up as well, which is quite good. It's just up the pace a little bit as we're coming into less than 2 miles to go. So this is going to be our main group for the finish then. We've got just over half a mile to go. People are starting to make a little pause on the front and playing games to see if they can get away or not. But my tactic is still to follow the wheels, follow the moves, and if I get an opportunity to try and attack towards the end, then I'll try and sprint for the finish. We go through this banner here, which isn't the finish. 0.3 of a mile to go. You can see the green banner in the distance, so I know it is going to ramp up towards that finish line. So I'm about to make my move, 500 feet to go. One goes, I follow it, and I stay on the pedals. Don't let him get back in and pip him to the line. Well, there you go then. Stage 5 done. Quite happy with that result after the day off the bike yesterday. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please click that like button, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.